and gauge the profile of your opponent right, and hope that you've...
So I can, once I press on the vote to start?
About 30 seconds till we go. Let's go up. Get ready. First gear. Pit button off. Should be getting close. Get her cranked up. Pit close sign is turn 14. Driver's left. Just keep an eye out for her.
Alrighty guys. Hi. Alright, so welcome guys to the RaceKraft Simulations Wednesday Night League races. Tonight we're going to have a couple of our races race. So John Lee is going to be on one of the cars, Alec is going to be on the second car. Later on tonight I'll let you guys know which car who's driving, because at the moment no one's in their seats. We have like a couple cars driving, 2 cars driving, but I think everyone's still just like warming up, you know? Yeah, so tonight it's gonna be a fun little race. How are you doing? Hi Vader, how are you doing? Yeah, so a little bit about me. I actually don't really know too much about car racing. I'm just helping out my cousin commentate races. So we have the Formula Renault tonight racing on the track. It's actually very popular in Europe, a very popular race car, so yeah, should be interesting. Yep. Best shower costume player.
Oh, is it your friends?
Yeah. Yeah, so, and then I don't know how to... Do you have one of those cars? Yes, actually, Sugo, I actually own one of these cars, so if you ever want to drop by RaceKraft Simulations in Perth, you can definitely come and test out one of these cars yourself. Renault is spelled Renault, by the way, I'll fuck. Alright, sorry guys, we have the Renaults. And then what else do we do? Oh yeah, I need my spreadsheet up to have people's names. So, oh wait, who's in R1 and R4? No one?
No one.
So in race, let me just change the screen so you guys can actually watch racing, or some people drive. Okay, we have Rally FX Matt in this driver's seat. He's one of our top racers this evening. Oh, never mind, he's made it off the road. Let me take that back real quick. What is the name of the lady speaking? My name is Lily. No, I don't know. Top racer pug, yeah. Alright. Here we have this nice little blue Renault. I'm loving the colour choice, guys. Loving the colour choice. Like light blue and dark blue just makes it look so good. Wait, can you guys give some feedback on the sound quality of the mic? Like, I don't know how close I have to be to the mic. Can you make all the colours? I actually can't control the colours of the cars. That's the racer's choice. If it was my choice, I would make them all pink, because pink would just make the cars faster, obviously. Oh, here we go. The one to watch has left the parking bay and is on his way to warm up his car. Now guys, it's not only his name, but he is actually the one to watch this evening. So you guys can place your bets on who you think is going to win. Mike is a bit quiet. Maybe turn down game audio? Yeah, no worries, Vader, I can do that. Thanks for the feedback. Oh, sorry, I did the wrong one. Warming up a line of... Is it? Which one's for this one? Alright, so let me know how this sound is sounding now. Is that better? Are you watching tonight? What, Suka, can you explain what you mean by, is your name John? Yes, John is the owner of RaceKraft Simulations. If you are ever interested in checking us out, you can hit John up on Facebook or Instagram. Our page is just RaceKraft Simulations. Quite easy to find. When are we going to see Vader on the track? Ooh, if Vader has a race car simulation, you are free to join. I think you'd have to talk to John about joining our Wednesday night races, but we can definitely set that up. I was on YouTube watching... Oh, well that's good, Sugo. Glad to have you here with us tonight. Your name is John too? Oh, that's alright, John. We can have two Johns. It won't be too confusing because I'll be on the mic tonight. John will be racing actually in car number RK9. Who else do we have on the track right now? We have, so in RK3 we have Jensen Herbert racing. Now he is quite the racer we have. He's actually sitting, okay, so I'll just explain quickly. So all of the racers with the RK sign, they're actually sitting in the setup we have here. So everyone's here with us tonight except for a couple of our racers, Matt and Barn and the one to watch. They're all racing from home, and Nikki's racing from home too.
So we're streaming live.
This is Project Cars. It actually is, yeah, so it is Project Cars, and we are racing on, wait, what race track are we racing on?
Zhuhai in China.
We are racing on Zhuhai in China, and apparently John's saying we are corona free, and there's plenty of toilet paper here, so if you guys have a run out of toilet paper at your home, make sure to come check us out at RaceKraft Simulations and we'll hook you up. D with the commentary, hello. How are you doing tonight, guys? Sugo, we actually only give out toilet paper to our customers, so if you'd like to purchase a session, you're more to take home some toilet paper. Take some off the shelves. Okay. Yeah. Is that Nikki? Can I say his name is Nikki?
Luca.
Luca. Oh, okay. So here we're watching Luca. He's
really young. He's about 14 years old.
Oh, he's actually one of our youngest drivers here tonight, guys. Luca, he's 14 years old, fresh into the game. We'll see how he holds tonight. Oh, okay, so I've just learned that he normally races go-karts, but he likes to pop in onto the race simulations every now and then and just help out with the Wednesday night league races. So we'll be excited to see how he does tonight. Hey, no worries, Vader. Have a good night out playing Fortnite. Hopefully one day you'll be able to join us in the Project Cars 2. Alright, let's have a look at some of our other drivers. We got, on RK8 we have Sean Jude. Now Sean, he is a very, very nice guy. Just come into the session and say hi, and then he'll say hi back. He's actually gone off track a little bit on the dust, but no worries, he'll make it back on the track in no time. Oh, and let's see who just passed him by. I think, oh yes, that was Luca. We still have guys in the parking lot. Okay, RK6 we have Delvin Wing. Now, as by his last name, you can actually tell he's Vietnamese, you know. You're playing Warzone? Nice. I don't really know how to commentate, but I am trying my best tonight, guys. How long does this go for? Okay, well this is actually the practice round. So when we get into the race, I'll be able to actually commentate some real racing. Right now, I don't really have much to say because they're just practicing. And I can't really be like, oh, look at him go, because they're not really trying their hardest, you know what I mean? Like, when we see the real racing, we'll see everyone overtaking, we'll see some crashes, some carnage. some damage on the cars. I think tonight the damage is actually off, so anything you see physically, I don't think they have to go into the pit for that. I may be wrong though. I will keep you updated on that one. How long's the stream gonna last? It might be 45 minutes. I think the races is normally like 30 minutes. Why is... I'm not sure what you mean by that, Beta. Let's see. Okay, so at the front, oh, we do have the one to watch. Actually, no, sorry. At the front, we have RK7, which is Alec. So he was actually the one on the mic last weekend. He's actually very good at the game. Knows a lot about his cars and his simulation settings. He was actually helping all the guys out tonight, setting up their cars ready for the race. So yeah, we'll be rooting for him tonight. Hopefully he does well. He's chosen a nice white colour for his car, very fresh. Let's see where John is sitting. John's in RK9, so can you watch him? Oh, it's not letting me. Oh, there we go. Yeah, so RK9 is John. He has a nice teal coloured car, very snazzy. He's actually my cousin, if you didn't know that. He owns this race centre and yeah, is the one that came up with the idea with Wednesday night league races. Yeah, if you guys are in Perth and have interest to either come and play on our race simulations, let us know. We are RaceKraft Simulations on Facebook and Instagram and YouTube. And otherwise, if you do have your own car racing simulators at home, we can always put you into one of these races if you're interested. Yep. Doesn't look like... No, everyone's just warming up at the moment, Suka, so, you know, first couple laps. Right now, guys, this is practice run, so everyone's just warming up.
Alright, you can start joining them, Alec, if you can, please.
I think stream's back on.
Did we guess the puzzle was one?
Yes, well done. Good guess.
It's got that. Yeah. Got that crystal ball sort of thing.
I went for a quick lap there, John. I was 5 minutes up.
Okay.
Alrighty. Alright, we are back online, everyone. Sorry about that. We just had a little internet crash here. But here at RaceKraft Simulations, we can get everything back up and running within 5 minutes, so no need to worry. We're just waiting for the racers to return to their seats, and then we'll start the practice run again. So yeah, everyone welcome. Oh, it's all good, thanks, Sugo. Now, we have lost the majority of our viewers, unfortunately, but not to fret. I believe some of them will return shortly. Yeah, hopefully the volume and everything is okay on your end, and we will start. So, would you like to know a little bit about the Formula Renault? Because I can read off Wikipedia excellently. Alright, hopefully we'll be starting in the next couple of minutes. Everyone's just joining the lobby, as you can see. They're slowly just hopping back in the race.
Can you make an announcement on the radio, because there's still 5 drivers in the other room?
How did I...
Yeah, you can start.
Start?
Yeah.
And they can join this room?
Yeah.
Right, 5 of our drivers are currently actually still in the other room because they don't know that we've disconnected before. But hopefully when we do our practice race, everyone will join back in.
Hello. I'm not in there, I think.
Alrighty. So, I'm not sure how... Oh, hello Jack, welcome to the Racing Simulation Centre. Yep, big ups and race cars go fast. Exactly. Now we have a lot of our cars here in the pit tonight. We got Ziz. I'm actually not sure who that one is. Let me have a look at my little spreadsheet I have of everyone's names. Ziz is Mr. Mike Peps. So we have Mr. Mike Peps on the car in front. He's the first one to leave the pit and start his warm-up laps. He's chosen a nice little green car. Now, again, everyone racing tonight will be in the same car, the Formula Renault. So it'll be a nice even match, and best driver in the Formula Renault will win. What kind of green is it? I think it is a dark emerald green, it looks like, Jack. Or maybe like a dark... yeah, I would say like a leafy green. I want to paint my... Yeah. Now let's see, we got Rally Matt in one of the seats. We got... So this is the RK6. We have Delvin Wing. We have Luca, which again... As I said before, Luke is one of our youngest drivers tonight. He usually is a go-kart racer, but he'll be joining us on the racing simulations. He's actually 14 years old, so hopefully he'll do really well in the race tonight, show up the older guys. Let's see, who else is racing? Now, yeah.
Is the broadcast live again?
Yeah.
Okay. Who's Jack Collins? You know one of your friends?
Yeah. Can you give me other details on our other drivers so I can talk about them?
So, John King He works for Ferrari. He's the head mechanic at Barbagallo Ferrari.
Okay.
Jensen Herbert. Neil, how old's Jensen? Jensen's 14. He's sitting over there.
Okay. Where's another 14? What does he do?
Neil's a rally car driver.
Who?
Jensen's father, which is Neil sitting there.
Number 4.
Yeah.
Rally car driver.
Yeah, no, but he's not racing. Neil's just a coach.
Ah. Okay.
Ray Oliver, is he in?
No, I don't think so. I didn't see him. The one to watch?
Yeah. Liam is a multiple endurance, RaceKraft endurance race winner.
Yep. Tony? Good people. Okay. Tim, Mike, Rally?
No, it's lucky.
Alright.
Oh no.
What? Oh no. Looks like we might have some troubles again with our racing. I'm not sure if our internet's disconnected. Oh no, it's okay, we're back up and running. It's very laggy. Oh no, we're having actually some problems with our internet. It seems like the races are lagging a little bit. A couple of them have disconnected from the race. I'm not sure if the stream's actually still on. You'll catch us later. No worries. Thanks for being here, Sugo. Hopefully you'll join us next week again when we do our Wednesday night weekly league races. Yeah, this is just practice at the moment, guys. So once the race actually starts, it'll be a lot more interesting. Hopefully we don't have any more disconnection issues. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it is. Switch off the coronavirus.
Hi Thomas, welcome to the Wednesday Night Racing League. How are you doing? Tonight we're actually having a little bit of issues with our internet, so we're just reconnecting all of our drivers back in. As you can see, all of our RK3, RK5s, all of them have disconnected, and we're just putting them back into the race. Actually, sorry, this isn't the race at the moment, this is just practice. So we're just putting everyone back into practice, and then the race can start in the next, I think, 5 to... Oh, there's time remaining, sorry, on the practice laps to 4 minutes. So in the 4 minutes, we'll be starting the real races. Hopefully get some good racing on tonight. Hopefully we'll see a bit of carnage. Oh wait, is there damage on the cars?
It's just visual.
Just visual. Alright, so tonight, if there's any damage on the cars, it's just visual effects. There won't actually be anyone needing to go to the pit. Hopefully it fixes itself up. Yeah, hopefully, Thomas, hopefully. Do you know Thomas? Is he regular?
Yeah, we sponsored his race team.
Is he race officer?
Hey, ladies. Hey, how's it going? Yeah. So this is actually the simulation?
Yeah, turn the thing on, the map and the splits on.
Oh, yeah. Alright, so let's have a look at all of our races. So here we have Craig. Actually,
Formula V in real life.
okay, so Craig actually races Formula V cars in real life. So he's one of our real life racers here, but he's chosen to come and join us with the simulation racing tonight. So hopefully he'll be one of the races to watch. I know Luca here. He is actually off the track. Let us bring to someone who's racing. Okay, we got Ziz here tonight. He's in a nice green car. Everyone here tonight is racing the Formula Renaults. So very fast car, popular in Europe. Who else do we have? We have Mike Peps, we have Matt Green, we got Tony Scott. What? Craig races go-karts? Oh, okay, apparently Craig actually doesn't race the other cars I was mentioning. He races the go-karts, which is still a very good, nice little car to race. Very fun. Everyone loves a bit of go-kart racing.
I haven't done a lap yet because I had this connection problem. Yeah.
Now, this one is the one to watch, Mr. Liam Fisher. He's actually a multiple endurance race winner, so I don't think the laps tonight will be endurance. It'll be quick 30-minute race, but he's one of our better racers when it comes to endurance. Yeah. And it looks like Mr. Liam here has actually lost his front splitter, so he might have had a little car accident at the start. Alright, so it's T-minus 15 seconds until real racing begins. Now, ladies and gentlemen, grab your popcorn, grab your water before the race starts, because once it does, you might be missing the carnage if you have to hop off to go use the bathroom.
Let's just practice so we're not qualified. Hey! Hey? In first, Jensen. Not bad. You got your head around the track yet?
Yeah, I just couldn't get it. I did things like see it on the other side.
Oh, that's
I like it.
yeah. Right, in the race yet.
No, I know. How much longer do you qualify? Are you going to start on way or?
Yeah, it'll be like, probably about 2 minutes. What's up? It's the butt kicking going crazy. Okay, let's get qualifying underway. Yeah, so you down now. Now you hit continue.
Return to yeah.
Alright, I'm popping in the scene.
Video.
Alrighty.
Yeah.
That's quality. Yeah, we will.
So it's ready to race time. Alright. So in RaceKraft number 2 we have Mr. Aaron Dooley. Now Mr. Aaron Dooley is a very polite guy. He's in the white car at the moment, and we'll see how he races tonight. In RaceKraft number 3 we have the Mr. Jensen Herbert. Now Mr. Jensen is actually one of the younger racers here tonight. He's 14 years old, and his father is a rally car driver, so we'll see how he does. In RaceKraft number 5, we have Mr. John King. Now, Mr. John King's actually the mechanical, what's it called? A mechanic, sorry. The Barbagallo Ferrari mechanic, ladies and gents. So we have a bit of it taking on our hands. Now, oh, Mr. Barnes not left the pit yet. Let's see, Mr. Craig, we have in another white car. I don't have any facts about Craig that I can share with you guys tonight. So we'll have a look. Okay, so in RaceKraft 7 we have Mr. Alec Zani. I'm hoping I'm saying his name right, but Mr. Alec was actually commentating the race last week, and he's very talented when it comes to all things racecar simulations. He knows his stuff, ladies and gentlemen, so we'll be, there was a little bit wheels over the grass there, but we'll be rooting for him tonight. Race car number 9, we have Mr. John Lee. Now, Mr. John Lee is actually head owner of RaceKraft Simulations. So if you have any questions about tonight's race, if you want to join in the future, we hold it weekly on Wednesdays. If you don't have a race simulation of your own, you can always pop into our store and use one of ours. Otherwise, just let us know, send us a message on Facebook or Instagram, and we'll let you know how you can join next week's race. So hopefully Mr. John Lee will shop all the boys tonight. Now in this one we have the one to watch, Mr. Liam Fisher. Now he's actually a multiple endurance race winner. I think I mentioned this one before. So he is definitely the one to watch tonight, ladies and gents. Let's see, we have Matt in this car. He's a Rally FX driver, I've been told. Oh, as in his name. We got Ziz in the car, which is Mr. Mike Peps. We got Delvin Wing. And now I know how to say this last name correct because I am myself Vietnamese, and a lot of people mispronounce Wing, but tonight I will not be mispronouncing it. And then in number 12th place right now we have Luca. Now Luca is also another one of our younger drivers. He's 14 years old. He likes to race the go-kart races, but he'll be racing on the simulation cars tonight. And yeah, so let's see how they're doing so far. Everyone's a little bit spread out, so there hasn't been any major damages. Let's just bring it to the middle section here. Oh, we got Mr. Sean has just gone off the track a little bit there. Oh, okay. Now Mr. Craig's also hopped off the track. I've just missed that action. It's very hard knowing which cars are which ones, but I'll try and keep my best to show you guys the action. So we have Alec right now. We're watching Alec trying to catch up to Mr. Jensen Herbert. He's just behind. These guys are first and second right now. Alec fast behind the back of the car, making sure to close that gap. And oh, okay, Alex just gone on the inside of the corner and overtaken. Oh no, it wasn't first and second, it was a different car. See, I don't know how we're supposed to tell what's the yellow car, but he's overtaken the car, which is very good for Alex. Oh no, okay, so the blue car was second, sorry about this, Jensen Herbert, which was 14. So Alex just overtaken Jensen. So Alex currently holding first place with Jensen closely behind him. Alex actually gaining some speed and taking a good little corners there, not overturning too much. And we got Jensen in the back currently holding second place. We have Craig in third place closely behind Jensen. Now he needs to close in this gap. They have a gap of about 1 second between each other, so they just need to close it a bit. They are a little bit spread out first and second at the moment. Very spread out actually. third is okay. First and second are close to each other, but third, fourth are very far behind first and second. So we'll see how that turns out. Alright, so number 6 at the moment we have Mr. Sean Jude, and closer behind him we have Luca, close on his tail. Hopefully Luca can catch up and make it a good race for the boys. Craig is 14 years old, races Excel cars. Oh, thanks for the information, Craig and Max Karting Vlogs. How are you doing, by the way? Welcome to the stream. I hope you're enjoying the commentation. This is my first time commentating a race, so I apologize for not using the correct terminology. I'm trying my best. I was sitting behind Alec when he was commentating last week's event, trying to take some notes down, but Alec's all about the cars and I'm just learning. So hopefully you guys enjoy the race tonight. And yeah, so I'm actually hoping Luca wins tonight. I'm always rooting for the underdogs. Oh, he's racing with the broken arm. Oh, I didn't actually read that. So what happened with his broken arm? Because I heard Luca is a go-kart driver normally. Was there some sort of accident there? Ooh. Oh, and we just have a spin out on one of our cars in the back. Oh, Luca's just got a little bit excited there, going off the tracks. Who do we have in 8th? Just trying to find where the action is. Alright, so we have Mr. Sean here, a little bit far behind everyone else. Number 9. Okay, let's watch Mr. John Lee back on this race. So he's actually quite close to the car in front of him, which I think is the one to watch. I'm not sure. I don't really want to take the cars off that. Oh, maybe it is. It is. Oh no, it's not. The one to watch is actually in the pit. Sorry about that. I'm not too sure how to see who's in the car in front, but they are. Mr. John Lee is closely tailing them. And that is the one to watch, actually just leaving the pit right there on the left-hand side of the screen. Oh, Mr. John Lee just cuts through the inner corner. Oh, and he makes it onto the grass. Little fumble from John there. He's back behind the car that he just overtook on that corner. I think he got a bit too excited once he overtook that one. Okay, Mr. John's actually taking 2 wheels off the race track. Not really too good because you can incur penalties on the way doing that. Basketball. He broke his arm in basketball. Oh, sorry to hear about that. It is a fun sport and hopefully he recovers soon. Who do we have here? Oh, a little bit of touching there. Let's bring it to the roof cam. Oh, so we can see one of the drivers has just come off the edge and Mr. John has taken over. Okay, so John here is chasing, I believe he's chasing Ziz? No. How do we find out which car this is? The one to watch, I think it is. Oh yes, it is. Okay, so he's actually competing for 4th and 5th place, I think. So Mr. John is the one that we are commentating right now, and then Ziz is just in front. So we're just trying to catch up there. nice little corner turn. Oh, there was a little bit of fumbling, but no worries. Both drivers made it through the corner. No crashes. Just a little short on that corner. There's been a lot of penalties applied. Everyone's kind of cutting the corners tonight. Oh, and see, everyone here has to brake really hard when turning these sharp corners. It's nearly a 360 turn. Like, I'd say, like, yeah, very big turn for the drivers, so they have to brake down quite significantly. Now this is a 90-degree turn here. Not as much of a brake as the other one, but still a little brake. You see how they have to go out on the outside? Oh, and Mr. John just goes on the grass. Every time you go on the grass, it's a little bit harder to come back and puts more time on your race. You're a natural at this. I don't think so, but thank you very much. Oh, John's back on the grass again. I'm not sure what's happening tonight, but John has been on the grass multiple times. Not very good when you want to win a race. Alright, let's see who else. Wait, are we doing Alec? Is this qualifiers? Is this the actual race or qualifiers? Or why are you not racing?
Oh, I'm on pole. I'll go back.
So
on
this
when-
is qualifiers? Oh, okay.
I'll go back on when.
It's done. Okay. I don't know what I'm saying. Yeah. That's right. Yeah. I've just been saying, oh, he's gone off the grass.
Joey, you know?
Yeah. Okay, well, this is actually qualifiers. So, not the real race just yet. No. I've been thinking it was a real race. But no. I know. Alright, let's cycle through some of the other guys. So we have Craig. Currently, it says he, oh, Craig's actually gone to the pit for some reason. We got Jensen Herbert. So this was one of the 14-year-olds, rally car driver. His dad's a rally car driver. Sorry. So he's doing quite well. So his best lap is so far 121. So he's coming third when it comes to best lap racing. So yeah, so with the qualifiers, guys, I think if you get a really good lap, that your best lap is what will get you into the race and decide what position you will be in. Right, so we have a lot of the guys in the pit. I think they're done for the qualifying races. Number 5, we have Mr. John King. So this one's the Barbagallo Ferrari mechanic. So very interesting to watch him race tonight. I'll just bring it to the track side view so we can see. He's closely followed by John, I believe it is. Again. Thanks for the encouragements, look, I appreciate it. Right, so we have Mr. John Lee here, passing by a couple of the cars who crashed. Just behind John Lee we have, oh, here we go, we got number 3, Mr. Jensen. So he just closely followed in the back there. Hopefully he gets to keep the lead, keep his race car on the road. And that's how you'd get best lap times. Well, now all they need to do is just do one good consistent lap to get their times higher. Where first and second are just separated by one split 0.3 of a second, so that's actually not too far. And then everyone else is couples seconds off. So first and last is only 5 seconds difference. So as you can see, 5 seconds is actually not a long time between first and last. Yeah. Oh, we have a lot of other guys in the pit. We'll watch this for a bit. Let's see how smooth his driving is. Mr. John Lee slowly making his lap times better. He's come from 9th place to 6th place, so slowly climbing up the ladder there. We've got Luca here. We got Aaron Dooley here in one of the races. Oh, and he's actually just spun out of control just then. Not sure what happened. He might have been a little bit rough around the corner there, making him spin out, or one of his tires might have been on the grass. I wasn't watching too closely, but hopefully in the real race we'll be seeing some of that, and a little bit of accidents happen, make the race a little bit exciting. Is just falling behind there. I think he's behind Mr. John Lee at the moment, so he just needs to catch up, close that gap, and then he'll be off. Mr. John Lee looks determined. He's still in 6th place when it comes to the best lap times, but he's very determined to make each lap count, trying to make it faster and faster each time. This is just in the back, just trying to close that gap. Now it's very important, just keep racing your race. If you try and push your car too hard, it'll be very easy to make one little mistake which will cause the gap to widen even further. When it comes to racing, consistency is key. You want to take those corners well, don't spin out, don't understeer, don't oversteer, just get it perfect on that apex. This is just closely following John, just making sure he doesn't stuff up any lap time. Oh, just a little bit of over the edge there. So see, a little over the edge just makes him much further back from John than he currently was. Now we'll Oh no, he wasn't actually behind John, he was behind a different car. Some of the cars are going very fast. Yeah. So we have the one to watch here. I think that's whose was behind. Yeah. Alright, so it's the one to watch. 9 minutes and counting before the real race begins. Did not realise that there was so much practice time and qualifying time before the race starts. Ooh, now we got Liam Fisher here closely following the second car. Can he close the gap and overtake? All he needs to do is just follow closely and he's just looking for that window of opportunity just to pass him. He needs to go on the inner corners, make sure he's not gonna... Oh, he spins out on the grass. He got a bit too excited when he got close there. A little bit too much turning has caused him to stuff up his lap a little bit. He's just waiting for all these cars to drive past, make sure not to crash into anyone else. Now tonight, when the drivers will be crashing, any effects that they have on their cars will be visual. I don't think they will actually be going to the pit when they're racing tonight. It'll purely just be visual damage.
I accidentally did it.
No, we actually have Mr. John Lee lost right now. Not sure what's happened there. Let's get into the middle part of the track. So we have the one to watch. We have RK5 and Oh, where? Alright, we'll watch the one to watch. So he's just in between two cars. No, he's at the back of two cars. So hopefully he'll catch the gap and yeah.
Hey, how are you?
Hi, good. Was it for the whole session? Oh,
No, for the race.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
$2 for a
yeah.
Red Bull.
Okay, no worries. Have a look at some of our other drivers. So in RK7 we have one of our faster laps, Mr. Alec on the wheel. Now he's actually very consistent, very good with knowing which corners he can and cannot cut, because he's actually practiced on our simulations very often, just slowly going through the corners, seeing how far he can cut them. That's a little inside piece of information for you guys. Let's see, who else is there? Everyone's kind of spread out at the moment, so there's no... Oh, we got one in the back just going on the grass. I'm not sure if... Oh, okay, we got actually qualifying is complete, so we have first, second, third, fourth. Mr. Craig. Number 7 is Mr. Alec. Third we have Jensen, which is our 14-year-old driver. Surprisingly, he's made it third. The one to watch, Mr. Liam Fisher's there. And number 5th, we got number 6 is Lucas. So everyone here is just out by like 1 second, not even. Our top 2 a difference of 0.1 of a second, which is very close. Very close indeed. But like the great Vin Diesel once said, doesn't matter if you win by an inch or a mile, winning is winning. So tonight, hopefully, we will be seeing some winners win very, very close to each other. We want to see some close racing, some good clean racing. A little bit of accidents can happen just to make it entertaining. So we'll see how it goes.
Can't believe that. I was in 6th place. Now I'm in place 12. Podium, Jensen. Podium.
No podium, no food.
That's it. Walking home. Accidentally. Not my own fault.
I've no fucking idea.
Oh, I've got a 123.
Alright, qualifying
Try
session is
stable set
over.
up again. It's just too. That loose is too hairy.
Can I press continue, John?
Yep.
Or just wait?
Okay.
Yep. Alright. So we have one last 30-minute race, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to race night here at RaceKraft Simulation. I'm not sure if you can hear that, but that's just John giving all the boys instructions. So first rule was take it easy on the first corner. Make sure you look for other cars. Everyone's trying to avoid the carnage because that's where everyone starts splitting to the first section, the middle section, the last section. Be very interesting to see how the race goes down tonight.
Everyone hit the ready button. Craig, get ready.
Something go wrong. I'm not in.
Yeah, you're ready. It's just me now. Okay, everyone cool?
Alrighty, now we're starting the race soon. Are you ready, boys?
Just remember, guys, it's full of fuel. Starting from the back.
Oh, and we see all the drivers splitting out, making their own ground, trying to weave through their way through. Right now we have Mr. Alec in second place, Mr. Craig in first. We have the one to watch in third, and fourth is Mr. Jensen. So our top 4 racers. Oh, all 3 of the front runners have actually gone onto the grass on that first corner, but Mr. Jensen has managed to stay on the lap and actually taken third place. Oh, I'm going to be saying ooh a lot. I'm sorry. But it's very exciting when we see overlaps. People overlapping each other.
I got right.
Now this is our top 4 drivers here tonight. As you can see on the map on the right hand side, we actually have 3 sections. We have 4 sections, sorry. We have first, middle, last, and then very last. So I'm guessing there was an accident. Let's see who's here. I'm not sure if you can hear the background noise, but we have a little bit of excitement going on. Mr. John Lee has actually picked up the gap, so he started off last and he's actually in 7th place right now, so he's slowly closing that gap. We're currently watching Jensen, which is our 14-year-old driver here. He's doing quite well for himself, coming 2nd place at the moment. All he has to do is keep consistent with his laps and he'll be catching up to 1st place in no time. In 1st place, of course, we have Mr. Alec. one of our really good drivers here. He's very good with the simulation cars and can also drive real life cars, so don't worry about that. And then we have Craig in third. So right now all of our cars have actually have quite a gap between them. There is some sort of first section, but they are quite spread out, which is quite good when it comes to consistency. We want everyone to have their own spot and slowly closing the gap. We don't want too many cars all in the one spot, causing carnage. Thanks, Sugo, for the encouragement. I just had to take some water because this is too much talking for me. Oh, I think third place has just gotten a little bit of a penalty for going over. Oh, and they've actually just crashed. Now he's gonna have to make up his lost time, boys. Now, all the visual damage you'll see on the cars is actually purely just visual. They won't be having to go into the pit tonight because it's just in the settings. But yeah. Oh, and we got Matt's actually just gone off the road a little bit there, chased by Craig. I think it's Matt and Craig. Yep, Matt and Craig. So we have Craig just closely following behind Matt. Let's see. Oh, and he's about. Oh, so he's just looking for an opening just on the inner side of this corner, and see how he's just able to overtake him. But there's a left corner here, so Craig's just wide there. Matt's just trying to close that gap, not let Craig through at all, which is a very good job. Craig's just gone out to the right. Oh, and he's actually taken this inside lap, and just like that, he's overtaken Matt there. So Craig is on a roll here, just overtaken Matt. Matt's maybe a little bit upset with himself just letting him go through like that. That's not an issue. He just has to make sure he keeps his laps consistent. Oh, and they have both actually just gone onto the grass there. If Matt didn't go on the grass, he might have been able to keep that and take 5th place back from Craig. Oh, okay, Craig's actually done a very nice lap. So Craig is in the white car in front and Matt is the one we're currently watching. Craig's actually doing some very good corners. He's keeping on that apex line, making sure not to overturn any of them. Oh, and in front, okay, so Matt and Craig have just both gone past Aaron Dooley. So Aaron's actually just fallen off the track there. Lost a little bit of time. So again, key with racing is consistency. If you don't go off the track, if you keep on the race, you'll eventually make your way slowly up. So it's all about that patience. If people try pushing their cars too fast, they'll make a little mistake which causes them the race. So here in second we have Jensen Herbert, which is our 14-year-old driver. So he's actually doing quite well, quite the underdog we have. Hopefully he'll be taking home 1st place tonight. His dad made a little joke that if he doesn't take home the podium, he'll be walking home tonight. So let's cheer on Jensen. Let's see. So here in RK2 and 6 we have Aaron Dooley, which he was the one that fell off the road before. Oh, okay, and we just have RK6, which was Dalvin. He's just gone off the grass there and actually let Mr. Dooley take over. So yeah, a little bit of shouts of excitement and oh shits going on in the background. I'm not sure if you can hear, but yeah, it's quite the environment to be in. Ooh, nice little turn of the corner, keeping his wheels on the road. As we can hear some shouts from John here. Looks like Sean has actually overtaken John just John's trying to overtake Sean here. Now let's just see how they go. They're both side by side and John with it and just overtaking that. Oh no, Sean's overtaking it back. Okay, so right now they're fighting between 10th and 11th place. It's very hard. Sean's trying his best not to let John get past him right now. Oh, they're just bumper to bumper. Anyone can make one split accident. Going onto that grass, for instance, could have lost him that 10th place. So John's just the second car in the blue car and Sean's in the yellow car. Oh, look at that turn of the corner. We're really hoping that John can just make it on the inside of one of the corners and overtake him, but not yet. Sean's keeping that distance very well. Oh, and he's just gone off the track. Just making John is just bumper to bumper. See what happens when you go off the track, boys and girls? You just lose that momentum, and John's just able to swoop in and just take that 10th place just like that. Oh no. Okay. Sean, we are seeing some maneuvers here tonight. Sean and John are just going at it, back and forth, just swapping the spots. Healthy competition. Oh, and John's just he's tried to cut that corner a little bit. Just gone into the grass too far there. So it's really hard trying to cut corners and not hit the other cars because we don't want to cause a collision here. Alright, let's look at number... where are we at? 5? Okay, so we got John King here, RaceKraft car number 5. Closely following Aaron. So Aaron here is trying to pick up the pace, closing that gap between the two. Okay, so it's Mr. Aaron in front and Mr. John King just in the white car. So hopefully John King is gonna be able to overtake him. John King's just slowly closing that gap. He's getting closer and closer each time, you can see. So on the map here, we're seeing the middle part of our races here. So we have a comp of 4. As you can see, first, second, third and fourth are quite spread out. So Mr. Alec has actually been able to keep ahead of everyone, just staying consistent. Oh, there we go. And with that, Mr. John King has just overtaken Aaron Dooley. And just a little mistake, just a little bit of momentum that you've lost, and that's it. Someone's taken your spot. So we have Mr. Aaron and John King still battling it out for 6th and 7th place. Let's see who's in the back here. So we have RK6, which is Dalvin Wing. Oh no, he's just somehow just gone off the grass there, letting everyone else behind him just fall in front. Alright, so we have RK6, RK9 and 8, which, we are back here again with Mr. John Lee and Sean Jude. Oh no, Mr. John Lee's just taken the tumble for the worst. Not sure how that's happened. A lot of the cars tonight have been crashing. John Lee's back onto the road. Oh, he just lost so much time with that crash. Back to 10th place he is. So we have here John King, and he's trying to get that 5th place off Matt right now. So close behind him. He's just following his tail, making sure to get that momentum from picking up no wins behind him. Oh, and like that, he just swoops in and taking that 5th place from Matt. Oh, they're still battling side by side. Is Matt going to take that back? Oh, and Matt does. Oh, slightly. Nope. They're just side by side, ladies and gentlemen. All inner corners. Each corner, Matt's just fallen behind there, but he's trying to just stay right behind him, right on his tail. Doesn't want to make that gap any bigger than it is. Just perfect like that, and he's just waiting for him to make a mistake. Mr. John King's in front and Mr. Matt's behind. So we have King in front, and he's just making sure not to make a mistake, because as soon as he makes an opening, Matt's going to be able to swoop in and just pass him, overtake him a bit. Thanks, Sugo. Let's see who else. Oh, is first and second close to each other? They are. Okay, so we have Alec and Jensen. So Jensen's actually closed the gap with Alec. Before, you can see that Alec was far in front. Now Mr. Jensen's closed the gap a little bit, so he's quite close. They're quite close to each other. So yeah, this is it. Like in 15 minutes, if Jensen can keep this distance going and just keep creeping close and close, so who knows, by the end of the race it might not be Mr. Alec that wins, it might be Jensen who takes home the crown. Very exciting to see. Okay, in the back of the pack we have Mr. John leading it, we have Dalvin, and we have Luca. Now Luca, he is actually driving with a broken arm, I have heard this afternoon, so he's just under a little bit of stress, and you know, but it's good on him for still going through and racing with the broken arm. I know when I broke my arm, it was not fun at all. I was just sitting in bed because it hurts. It does. Okay, we have, oh, Alec is actually close behind last place, so he might actually overtake him there. Who's close to each other? Alright, so we have, okay, we have here Aaron Dooley and we have Matt. Oh, Aaron Dooley and Matt back at it again. So they're actually overtaking each other right now. Oh, yeah, Aaron's overtaken Matt. It hurts a lot, it does. Okay, so we'll cut back to this action here. It's again Sean and John racing it out. Now, this whole race for the whole 50 minutes has been Sean and John just leading the backpack here, just overtaking each other one at a time. It looks like John's fallen behind into 9th place and Sean's just taken 8th place. Hopefully John will make up the time. John's actually my cousin, so I'm helping him out with commentating tonight, hoping I'm doing alright. I don't know race terminology, so I'm going to have to apologise for that, but I'm trying my best. Now everyone tonight, stay safe for the next few weeks. Make sure to wash your hands, keep like hand sanitizer next to you. We don't want to be catching any sicknesses. Okay, now Sean's actually widening that gap between him and John, just making sure to stay in front of him, which is quite good on Sean's part, but John needs to pick up the pace and just try and close that gap. He just needs to race consistent. Oh, there we go. Okay. very, very close to each other, nearly bumper to bumper. John just slowly following him, making sure, oh, and Sean just like that. One mistake and John's just quickly taken off that place from him. Now it's Sean and who's there? And Delvin racing it out for 9th and 10th. Now Sean's just in the back, Delvin's in the front. Delvin just has to keep racing, not make any mistakes, and that's how you're going to win the race. We have Alex still in front. Jensen's actually fallen a little bit behind, unfortunately there. We have the one to watch, which is Mr. Liam Fisher. He's actually closely following Jensen. Yeah, so everyone's quite spread out on the track. No one's really close besides, I think, 10th and 11th place. No, 9th and 10th place, sorry. Are quite close to each other, so they're just battling it out. 6 and 8. So that is Delvin Wing and Sean Ju. Oh, now we can hear some exclaims. Sean just trying to close that gap between him and Delvin. Oh, and he just spun out. Oh, just spun out. Little bit of a bounce, but luckily he's back on the racetrack in no time. Now, if that was real life, that probably would have been the end of the race for him. We're hearing some excellent exclaims from John and Delvin, I think it was. In the background here. I'm not sure what red means. It does not mean they've copped a penalty, maybe. Everyone here is super close together in the last pack. They're just all trying to race as consistent as possible just to make up their time. Yeah, I am still casting beta. I'm not really too sure how to. Okay, so beta. Before, when we were watching practice and we were watching qualifiers. Now this is the actual race. So I can actually click between first, second, and third, and it'll actually show me the cars. Before I couldn't press on the cars for some reason. So we have in first, we have Mr. Alex. So he was the one that was commentating last week. He's actually quite good with the car simulations. In second place, sorry, we have Jensen Herbert, and he's actually our 14-year-old driver, which is his dad is a rally car driver. So he's actually quite good at the game. Looks like it. He's coming in close second, just a little bit behind Alex. Alex being able to keep up the consistency and gap between first and second. Third, we have the one to watch. Now, I was actually excited about this one. I'm loving the name, but Mr. Liam Fisher hasn't given us too much excitement this evening. He's very consistent with his driving. No accidents, no overtakes. He just stayed in third place. So first, second, third have all been very, very consistent drivers. No accidents, no going over that grass, because that's when you lose your consistency and just give up your spot to another racer to take over. In fourth, we have Craig. I don't have information about Craig, but he seems like a nice guy, and he's chosen white, which is a very nice colour of the car. In fifth place, I think Craig just copped a penalty there. Not sure. In fifth place, we have John King. So he's the Barbagallo Ferrari mechanic. Very interesting. He must know a lot about cars to do that. And then we have Matt here in sixth. He's a rally car driver in real life, so that's interesting. Closely behind Matt, we have Aaron Dooley. So as you can see on the map on the right hand side, everyone's quite spread out, so I can't really like show you any action at the moment. No one's just overtaken. It's just here Matt and Aaron Dooley that are, I think, the closest together they are. Look, no, kind of. So Aaron Dooley's just trying to close that gap between him and Matt. Just has to keep his corners. I think it's called on the apex, or like driving on the apex, or something to do with an apex. And that's when apparently it means that you are driving perfectly on that corner line, so you're not falling out onto the grass, and you're just like minimizing as much time as possible. Yeah, everyone's quite spread out. I think the closest together are these. No, who's close? These guys. Oh, that's second place. Second and first is quite close together. Okay, so we have Mr. Alec and we have Jensen closely following. Look at him. Jensen's just trying to make up that. He can see there's 6 minutes left of the race, so if he can just stay consistent and just slowly close that gap between him and Alec, he'll be able to take first place in no time. So you can see finishing lap is up ahead, and he just needs to like keep consistent with his driving. Yeah. Lap time invalidated. I'm not sure at the race feed it says lap times have been invalidated. I'm not too sure what that means. I think it means that they've gone over the track and incurred some penalties. So their lap times, there's been penalty time added to their lap, which is not good. Now, we have everyone's lap times as well. So Alex done quite a good lap time with a 1:21. Oh, Mr. Alec actually just lets Jensen pass him, I think. Does he? Oh, they're going side by side. I'm not too sure. Oh, was that not Mr. Alec? That was not Mr. Alec. Sorry about that, lady. Okay, Alec. Okay. First and second, as you can see, are actually quite far apart. So I think Jensen's just passed by one of the guys that are in the back lanes. Oh, I actually got really excited then. Apologies for that. Yeah, so it looks like Alex has quite a bit of distance between him and Jensen, which is very good for him. So all these faster drivers are slowly overtaking all the slower drivers, and that's why that just caused a bit of confusion. Everyone's quite spread out. Here we have third place just following, I'm not sure who this one is, but he's just overtaking him. Like that. Oh, did someone just crash? No. See, it gets a little bit confusing once first, third, fourth and fifth start overtaking all the solo drivers, because then I'm not sure which drivers are which. But I can see... I'm going to try and find him. I think this is it. So this, no, this and fifth? No. Okay, I'm just going to leave them here. So this is John. We're watching John again. He's actually made it to 8th place. Looks like a couple of drivers have actually popped out of the race for some reason, but we have John in 8th and he's closely followed by another driver. So hopefully John can just keep his consistency up and make it up the ranks. But there is only 2 minutes left, so I'm not sure how much he can make up. It looks like Alec is the clear first place winner with 2 minutes left, closely followed by Jensen and the one to watch. And then everyone else is quite spread out at this point in time. We've actually been streaming for 100 minutes now, so it's been an hour and a half. Just over an hour and a half. So yeah, it takes quite a long time to do practice qualifiers and the actual race. Nearly half an hour for each. Next time I think I might start stream just before we start the actual race. It's been a bit of a long stream tonight. And we've got 12 seconds left on the clock. We got first is Mr. Alec, second is Mr. Jensen, third is the one to watch. So Jensen and the one to watch are actually quite close to each other, but Alec's in clear first place. I think now everyone just has to, yep, race is complete and everyone's just finishing their last lap. So we got, I'll run down the list. We got Alec, we got Jensen, we have the one to watch. In 4th place is Craig. In 5th place is Mr. John King. In 6th place we have Matt. In 7th place we have John. John's actually closed that gap to 7th place. In 8th we have Aaron Dooley. In 9th we have Sean. And in 10th we have Luke. Oh, we have Dalvin. So we've lost a couple of our drivers, but that's alright. Thank you for watching the stream tonight. Hopefully you guys stay safe. Make sure to wash your hands. Grab that toilet paper from the supermarkets before it runs out. Get that baked beans. Stay in the house. Yeah, I know I will be because Mum is very scared of the virus right now. Who won? Hi Pucky. So, Alec won, the one that was commentating last week. It's over. So we have best lap time was actually by Alec with a minute and 21 seconds. Closely followed by Mr. Jensen. So as you can see, the people with the best lap times have done better than the people with the worst lap times, and that is consistency. As soon as you lose your consistency, that's when you lose the race. I'm not not sure if you can hear all the chatter in the background, but that's all the racers just debating about how good their racing was. Thank you so much for watching tonight, guys. If you guys have any questions, feel free to message us on Facebook or Instagram at RaceKraft Simulations. If you're ever interested in anything, in buying parts, if you have your own simulation at home, feel free to message John. He knows all about how to build a race car simulator.
What did you get a drive-through for? I don't know, man. I was last. I got the 5th. It was clean.
You thought it was a Pizza Hut.
I went from last to 5th, and it told me drive-through.
Do I end stream? Alright, that's it for tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for watching. I will end stream in 2 seconds when I figure out how to end stream. Alright, have a good night, guys. Stay safe and keep it up. Bye. Bye.